Hello everyone, welcome back to some more Insider Trading. I had a funny technical problem with the first video. I mean, you've watched it, it was fine. But all the goofy, like, CRT style effects that that this game does to the background and stuff were very bad for compression. They made the video 87 gigs I had to upload for that one. Whereas, you know, my typical videos are, I don't know, usually less than 1 gig for like a kind of static thing, like if I were playing Bridge. You know, a gig or 2 for some live action cartoony game or whatever. And like Mage Knight, it's my longest videos, and those are like 10 gigs. So 87 was definitely a new record. I've turned off 1 or 2 of those effects in basically just the noise filter. Also screen mouse movement, because it seems like that might be bad. I don't know. So I haven't tested. You don't even care. Why am I telling you? It doesn't matter. It's just interesting. I haven't tested whether this actually improved, but like, it looks like it obviously should, right? I looked on YouTube. You can't even see most of the noise. It all gets compressed out anyway by YouTube, so I might as well disable it here. Am I on? Yeah, play. Empty. Oh, I see. So these are save slots not for like my ongoing campaign or like my list of unlocks the way that Balatro save slots are. But they're just for like an ongoing single game. Okay. So we unlocked a few things at the end of the last video. Deck preview? I see. Wait. I didn't start with these cards in my deck in my first game, did I? I don't think so. Maybe I'm stupid and I did? Oh, maybe I was forced to add them during the tutorial? No, I don't think so. Okay, so there's these difficulties. We unlocked a new difficulty. What's the difference? Can't play the tutorial on that. That's fine. Deck preview, has it changed my deck at all? A new perk. Week 8 is the new target. I see. So instead of 6 weeks, it's 8 weeks is like the main difficulty setting for, or difficulty change for this, I guess. Interesting. Okay. Can I just confirm? Yeah, that is the difference. Okay. Interesting. And we unlocked a couple of new characters? I don't know what these are called. Black Swan. So what is your deal? You start with a bunch of bears and bulls. Black Swan. Lose 3 tokens, but buff all your cards. Okay. I assume you can still play this if you have no tokens? Like, right? It has plus 3 tokens, but your cards get worse. Huh. Marked cards may appear in card selection. For every 4 marked cards selected, plus 1 max interest. Huh. So you can get like... It'll say, hey, take this for a small bonus. Seems like that's mostly ignorable. I don't know, Black Swan doesn't seem that interesting. What about the hand? The invisible hand of the market? We start with limit order. Immediately exit position. Wow, that's interesting. Sell all shares if holding any, or buy them all back if shorting. So you could, for example, on an up day that still has some reds, you could put the greens at front, then cash out and have the reds not impact you. That's cute. And this is a card that just, the invisible hand, indeed, that just gives you a token. That's interesting. And you can always short sell, but you can't skip. But you get 5 tokens every time you do a regular trade instead of a short sell. Huh. You can always short sell. Doesn't this seem insanely strong? Because it would let you unbalance your deck. You don't have to ever run green cards, right? Or, I mean, you have to take an equal number of red and green cards from the market every day, but... Or the after hours, whatever it is, I forget. But you can freely remove green cards, right? And have your deck overwhelmingly slanted towards reds, because short... You'll never have the problem if you... Well, suppose you could increase the stock price by 20% or decrease it by 20% at your choice. You would always, I think, prefer to decrease it by 20% and short sell rather than increase it and trade, right? I mean, okay, this gives you tokens for regular trading, so there is a reason to do that, I guess. But if you don't need the tokens, you don't have to. And then you could always, if you short sell, you can make the same amount of money you would from a regular trade in the opposite direction without the risk of inflating the asset price too high that you can't buy in next week, right? This seems very strong. Maybe I'm missing something, and that'll be interesting to learn about. Week 8, by the way. The last video was, 2 hours to get to week 6, but maybe I'll be... Oh, and... can I... Who are my buddies to this? How do I find out who the people I will get? I guess it must be System, Bear, and Bull. Okay, sure. What? Why don't I have any cards? There's some perk I missed? Oh no, this isn't trade, this is start, as in like start the game. Okay, sure, I don't know why I have to push that button. Okay, so now we get to see a new, who we're gonna add straight away in week 1, which we didn't have in the tutorial game. So pills are token manipulation? I don't know. Just let's see what's going on with pills. You've given me a gift. I'll redraw, sure. Start again. Okay. It's a pretty good limit order positioning, isn't it? Like, why don't I just trade right now? I could... Oh, I was gonna say I could swap these so that I still get the token, but it costs 0 tokens, so I could do that. But I get the token anyway. I'll just have sold. The rest of this will still happen, but I won't be invested in the price anymore. So it doesn't matter when this happens, but it is an improvement to do this. Right? We ride the highs and then we sell out. Looks amazing. Perfect. What? Oh, right. Yes. The asset price went down, but that doesn't mean I lost money. Except I gained 72 bucks. Okay, kind of weak, but... So I did gain money, as much as I reasonably could have on that day. Okay. I still don't understand what this is. I think it must be the ones that are lit up are still in my deck. I did not draw them. So these 4 cards should be the first 4 I draw for tomorrow, as I understand it. Or as I'm speculating, anyway. Okay. Oh, gosh. All pill cards in the reds, huh? Whoa. Shrink the price by 5% and then also get a pill that reduces it by another 10. That's a lot. Okay. It's an uncommon. -5, and if it's adjacent to a pharma card, it's deleted. Okay. -3 or -7. I mean, prescription seems quite good. Especially since we're positioned to short sell whenever we want. Anything that can tank the market as much as possible, right? Oh, although... The sleeping pill, of course, won't actually help us with short selling. Because you have to apply it before the market starts. Okay, fine. Spend 3 tokens for a random pill. Meh. Buy extra shares, so increase your stake, basically. But not increase your stake for the whole day. Increase your stake starting at where this card is. Okay. And just say 10% of share amount held. I assume if you're shorting, this buys negative shares, right? Because, like, you hold, let's say, 10 shares, minus 10 shares. 10% of that is -1. So, sure. Replace all cards with random rare cards during card selection. So when at the end of the day when there's a shop for cards. This seems exciting. I'll try that. I can just barely afford a perk and a token, pill. But then I wouldn't have money to... I wouldn't have tokens left. I think I'll let the perk sit for a minute and grab this pill. What are we doing with this? I count 8 total bears, 10 total bulls, but also this, which is basically 5 more bears. So if I did nothing, this would be a down day. So I probably want to go down more. This one's interesting. How do you... Like, if you're going on a down day, ideally you would put this after a couple of ups, but before all of the downs, I think. I mean, I could also digestive here, I suppose, because I want to have room for a pill tomorrow. But I don't know, like, that this is that exciting? Yeah. Okay, let's pitch, you. We're gonna short today. And you. Fine. Can I get a bear combo? I could. The cost of 5 tokens. It would also have me line up all the bowls before this, which is nice. Maybe I overdid it there, I don't know. But this should be a lot of money, right? Yeah, minus 11. So we did buy a negative share. We gained a little more money. My pill slots are usually filled, so this could be something. Opening trade. I remember this was in the demo, but it was a bird card, wasn't it? I don't think it wasn't called opening trade. It was like early bird, I think. Yeah. So I guess because birds aren't about this anymore. They're about token manipulation, which didn't really exist in the demo. Okay, interesting. I don't think I'm interested in the stuff that spends tokens for pills. Like, I find it hard to have an excuse to even use pills. Oh, speaking of which, these cards are all fine, but I want to have an excuse to use the psychedelic I just bought. Very exciting. Reset the price back to opening price? That, I mean, certainly that could be useful. What's the point of this card? Because if you're on a trade day, like whether you're trading or short selling, so literally every day for the invisible hand, this, like if this were the last thing on the sheet, it would just be useless, right? Or it would cancel out a whole day's worth of trading. But if you, like, let's say you wanted stocks to go up, and you had some ups and some downs, you could put this after all the downs, but before all the ups, right? So used similarly to how the buy more shares worked. But then it deletes itself. So I'm not sure what this is for. I guess you could put it after, like, the cash out card, where you, like, stock goes up, 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 up to the moon, then you cash out, then you flatten, and the stock goes back to where it was. But then you're spending, like, 2 of your 10 slots on things that are just kind of meta and not directly influencing your money. Doesn't seem that exciting. Gain up to 3 pills. Well, I only have 2 slots, so that's not going to be that exciting. Give me a bear statue. Let's just turn stuff into bears. Okay, and my greens? Oh, if you're all full of pills, delete them and get another pill slot. That's kind of cool. Let you have, like, and you could, okay, it only goes off 3 times, but you could have up to 5 pill slots this way. Give you kind of reserve of a toolbox of sorts. Double leverage. Whoa, but then, okay. So you double up the number of shares you have, but then you shuffle all other cards' positions, because it would be way too strong, I think, if you could just do this in the middle of a day arbitrarily. I'm taking evergreening. Let's go Pharma Bears. And I don't know what this means that it's glowing like this. I'm gonna buy it. Like, are these rares or something? Oh, they're cursed. Very funny. Okay, what are curses? So buff all your cards by a huge amount, but then it gradually gets worse and worse until it's negative. Okay. Oh, this is Accelerate Plus. So, okay. There's, like, upgraded relics, but they're called Cursed. And this is, like, a stronger version of the initial thing, but with a different drawback. Interesting. The last 4 cards trigger 1 extra time. but you lose 2 slots. That seems fine. Delete all pills and fill up every pill slot with white powder. But you lose a pill slot. So I would have 1 white powder. Okay, so this is a way to like clean up your deck. I think I'm on board for trying out Final Sprint Plus. I loved Final Sprint last game. This is a kind of weird version of it. In some ways it's worse, actually, because it's easier to get like 2 cards in the final 2 that are going in the right direction. Getting 4 cards in the final 4 all going the right direction might be harder. Huh. These all seem kind of bad. We have this, which is going to, like... We took a card recently that's going to give us more pill slots, so we can kind of recover from this downside. What cards do I want to delete? I mean, I could delete all my balls. I guess? I'm not sure that's that exciting. Like, I have a bear statue anyway to transform them, right? So... let's just see if I can make Final Sprint Plus do something. Yeah, having this really early means that stock won't go up or down by any measurable amount. Yeah, okay. I sort of feel like the game audio is louder during the game than when I'm doing the sound check at the main menu. But I thought that last time, and when I adjusted it, it ended up seeming a little too quiet. So I turned it back up some, but I'm turning it down a little bit again. Okay. So I think what we want to do today is figure out, is it going up or down, and then just buy or just trade or short accordingly. So this doesn't do anything to the price. This doesn't do anything to the price. Oh! But my pill slots aren't filled, so it's not going to do anything at all. It'll just... probably this counts as triggering itself, right? Even and then it won't do anything. So maybe I want to spend my 1 action on getting rid of this so I don't waste a charge, but I don't think so. Because if I do that, the stock price won't move at all today, which seems bad. Whereas, what else could I do? I could delete or discard this, and then have a decent short day, I guess. Yeah. Let's see if this counts as triggering. It does, okay. Okay, so we made it to our goal for the week. This doesn't seem that good because I only have 8 slots. Bear 3 or Cub, since I have a bear statue, seems good. Buy more shares. I gotta take a pill. Okay, sure, I guess. So let's just put 2 bowls in front and then delete them. Because Because I think this guy, I mean, I said at the beginning, it seems like with this character, if you wanted to, you could just tank the market every day. And just short, right? I have 4 bears. Be nice if I could make a bear combo. The other thing I could try to do is put a bull in front of this. Like swap it with this cub, for example. So that the upward movement happens before I short and the downward movement happens after. I think that's fine. And then just call it a day. Short baby short. What year was all the like GameStop excitement? That was 2020, wasn't it? Maybe 2021? Just shorting like crazy. Making Wall Street Bets very upset with us. Right, I got a pill. Right. From the card. Here? Yes. Well, calf isn't going to do anything, which seems perfect for me. And we could take a bear and keep trying for bear combo stuff, I guess. Yeah, maybe that's worth. Clinical Failure has a stronger effect than Bear 3. But it's harder to combo in a deck with Bear Statue. Yeah, we're just gonna skip buying stuff. Okay, how are we looking today? Don't want this. Okay, that doesn't really matter. Oh, if I leave this here, it'll trigger multiple times, too. I guess that's true. Oh, if I could even turn it into a random bear card if I don't care about the tokens. But I mean, tokens are nice. Gotta get those perks, right? So to get a bear combo, I need to do something with this. Maybe just put it over here, so it still triggers twice. That seems fine. Okay, a sizable dip. Sure. Null cards every day. Sure. Remove bowls from the shop. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I guess. I mean, does the stock ever hit 0 and then it's just game over? The company goes bankrupt? That would be kind of funny. Opening trade is kind of interesting. It gives me the possibility to actually have up days, or even on a short day, send the stock up, buy a bit more of it with the leverages I have, right? And then if I don't want to put this in the front, then it just doesn't do anything. It's a harmless green. Okay. I don't think I want to buy a token. Or a perk. I want to get my extra pill slots. Here's one. So we do the sleeping pill now. Because this will just give me another, and then this will give me a pill slot. Now this triggering twice means it's just going to throw itself away, so I'll just get one pill slot. Oh well. Just get rid of a 3? Sure, that doesn't do anything. Although... Oh, I was thinking if I put this at the end, if I move leverage up, yeah, if I put leverage here, sure. I was just thinking, oh, you know, if I'm moving leverage forward, I could swap it with like something out here and benefit more from these bears, but if I swap it with prescription, then I'll get the pill after evergreening goes off, and I wouldn't get to keep. I wouldn't get evergreening to actually do anything. But if I think I can trade it with this bear 3, and it's still useful, right? Yeah. Not a great day, but I'll take it. Ooh, closing trade with final sprint is something. Did I already buy an opening trade? I did, okay. I think it's sort of, with only 8 slots, it's hard to justify using a slot on something that doesn't change the price at all. Opening trade at least has some upside. So lets you buy pills very cheaply? I don't know. Don't just take closing trade and opening trade. Sure. Finally get another perk. Combos for tokens. Reduce number of cards to trigger a combo. Well, given that I only have 8 of these slots, that does seem promising. I mean, consistent would be something, but I'm having trouble hitting combos, so I think efficient is the way to go. Whew. Not much happening today, huh? But, I mean... if I just move... No. I don't want opening trade and closing trade to both trigger. That would be silly. I mean, this is a pretty lame day for trading, but... at least something happens. So let's pitch a bear 2. That doesn't do anything either. Pitch a bear 1. So we're basically just doing an opening trade. Nothing, 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 nothing. Buy extra shares, cub, which is not a good order. What could I still draw? I mean, mostly bears, so I probably should not discard this. Probably shouldn't have discarded the last one either. I should have just moved it. Alright, let's get the bear where it does less harm, I suppose. And then an actual trade day. Ouch. Yeah. Getting 2 nulls shuffled into the deck when I only have 8 slots is pretty rough. I really need to have more... I'm actually looking at health insurance, but it doesn't affect the price! It's so bad! But like these are like, how am I going to fill up my pill slots, you know? I guess I'll do it like this. This helps fill pill slots. This wants pill slots filled. And then just buy whatever this garbage is. Nice bear combo there. In the last 4 slots even. And after a leverage thing. Seems like the way to go. Just happy enough with today. Like, yeah, I could pitch a bull, but I want this combo to be at the end, so we're just not touching it. Right? I guess since it's free to make a swap, is there some way I could get the leverage positioned better to make with 1 swap? I don't think there is. I want it to be after this bowl, but before this clinical failure. Currently, there is no such position. If I could, like, pick this card up and put it here in between these two, that would be the dream. But I can't. So I'd have to spend 2 tokens shuffling, or 1 total token shuffling them. I guess that's worth. So... make sure I actually get it right. What's the order I actually want in the end? Bull, then this, then this. So swap these 2, swap these 2. Alright. And we short. Now, am I even right in thinking about how I think about the order of that leverage card on short days? Because on up days, you want the price to go down, then leverage so you can buy up as many shares as possible, then the price to go up. That seems clear. On short days, though, is that what you want? Because the price going up still reduces the number of shares you can buy, doesn't it? No, it doesn't. Because that's not what this card does. It doesn't, like, spend the money you have to buy however many shares you can. It just buys 10% of whatever you have, even if you can't afford it. It increases your stake by 10%. So if the stock goes up, getting the extra 10% of shares for free, sort of. Well, but you're paying... Hang on. I'm buying negative stocks. That's not how shorting really works, but in this game it is. So if the price goes up, I buy a negative share. What does that mean? I think the way this game implements it is like a negative share costs the same as a real share, but gives you negative stake instead of positive stake. So if the price goes up, the amount because it's not just for free giving me 10% extra stake. It's costing me money. More money. Wait a minute. So, okay, let's look at the whole day of 8 slots and pretend one of them doesn't exist, the one with leverage on it, right? I appreciate the math puzzles of this game. Thinking this through. So, if we ignore the one that has extra leverage as the card in that slot, then the stock will overall be, let's say, down 20% or something. Okay, I'm not sure where this is going. So the final sale price of any shares that you have is the same. Whether you buy them before upturns or after upturns or before or after downturns as well. The share price is the same that you sell for. So what you want, actually, is just for the purchase price to be as low as possible. And the same is true on up days as well, right? I'm going to have 110% stake, and I'm going to sell it at whatever the day's ending price is. So when I buy in with extra leverage, it does not influence the price I sell at all on either up or down days. And therefore, its positioning can only impact the purchase price. And the purchase price is optimized when it's low, no matter whether we're on an up day or a down day. You want to buy at the point where the stock is cheapest for the day. That can't be right. Because that would mean on a down day, there's no point in leveraging at all. The best time to buy would be at the end. So I think I must just not understand the cost of buying negative shares. Because my model, like, if I take how I thought negative shares work, and then reason based on that, I reach an absurd conclusion. So I don't understand leverage, just like every individual stock trader on the planet. I thought I understood leverage, and then it turns out I don't. So I wish there was like a help button somewhere. Like, is this give up? No. Okay, yeah, it is. There's like collection game history is like your previous runs. Yeah, okay. You could go to the Discord or something, but you will not catch me doing that. Like, I want a game mechanics reference. Doesn't list characters, but okay. Perks? There's one Shouldn't there be like my unique perk for character I start as? I guess not. Huh. So what does it mean when you short? You're buying negative shares, but what do they cost? I think basically they cost what the price is when you buy in, because like if the price is 100 and when you buy in, at the end of the day the price is 90, so you're sort of, I mean, I think the way shorting works in real life is that you borrow shares from somebody else. Like you give, yeah, so everyone agrees the current price is $100 or whatever. And you say, I'd like to borrow these shares from you for $100, this one share. And I'll sell it back to you in an hour for 100. Well, that can't be right, can it? Because then no matter what the stock did. Well, yeah, no. Oh, right, okay, so you borrow a share from somebody. You say, I'd like to borrow this share from you, and I'll give it back to you in an hour. And I assume you pay some premium for this or something. But some, you know, not the entire price of the stock. Or maybe you do. You buy the stock from them and say, I'll give it back in an hour, we'll trade the stock again or something. Doesn't seem right. But I think, like, you borrow the stock from them and you immediately sell it at the current market rate. And you plan an hour from now to buy it back when it'll be cheaper, you hope. And then you give them the stock back. They still have their stock, and you borrowed the stock for, let's say, no money or a small fee or whatever. Got $100 for selling it, spent $90 buying it back, so you're up $10 minus the fee. I think is basically how shorting works in real life. But what is it in this game? Like, you don't have negative shares. That's not how it works in real life. I guess in some sense you're in debt by one share. Like, you owe a share, right? I borrowed it from you and then I immediately sold it. Yeah, I still don't understand. Alright, anyway, today's a short day. I don't understand the ordering of this stuff. I guess what I should try to do is watch what happens when I go over this. It doesn't look like I'm gonna make it, does it? No, I still have 2 days. It could happen. I think I still have a lot of bears, so we go Cub. I mean, Cub is worse with only 8 slots, I suppose. Maybe we just compromise with the bear 3. More cursed perks, I think, is what this means. Oh, yeah, sure. I don't need extra trigger counts on this. Buy back all shares. So am I borrowing shares from someone, or am I letting someone borrow my shares? When I short. Maybe that's how I should think about it, because yeah, I guess I'm sort of selling all of my shares. Well, no, that doesn't make... I don't have any. I'm turning all of my money into shares, letting somebody borrow them, and then being promised at the end of the day I can buy them back. I don't know. It doesn't hold up. Let's just throw this one away. Well, that's cool, I guess. I want to find an excuse to use my stimulant, I guess. Or my dewormer, or both. Maybe I should have just dewormed the two things at front? No. Let's put a calf in front. And then just deworm this stuff. And now if I put my bear statue here, I can turn all this into more bears. Have a nice strong bear combo. I guess it's only 5 because this is in the wrong spot. That's fine. Sure. I keep forgetting to take this sleeping pill. But it doesn't even really matter to me, I think, right? I don't... Because I'm not ever, like, doing positive trading. I'm not worried about the price getting too high. So I think I'm keeping this just because it keeps my pill slots full. And then I got another one from that card. Sure. Revaluation. Huh. Doesn't seem that interesting. I don't... This game does not seem to be going very well to me. My deck has, what? 14 bears? Yeah. So if I have at least 2 other bears, this is as good as bear 3. And if I have at least 3 others, it's better. I think that's fine. Revaluation, delete a random card to the left. I don't really see that being that great for me. This is all just horrible. Ugh. Noise. So the further left it is, the more powerful it is. Okay. So many sleeping pills. Okay. Sure. Got so much sleeping pills. I don't think I'm supposed to buy Dewormer, though. Where did I get all of these awful green and null cards? Like this... Okay, I have a bear 7. That's nice. I'm just like a moron who just sees green and clicks on green, basically. Alright, well, I hope I'm not dead, but I don't think I'm spending more tokens on this. I guess putting a bear 7 at the back would be worth a lot. Oh, right, take a sleeping pill, that's free. Oh, can't set price below $1. I thought it said can't be below $10. Okay, interesting. So the stock is very low. That doesn't really matter to me, but sure. I can't set up a combo, except I can set up a null combo. Very funny. Why is my balance so high? Oh, it's because I was borrowing, so... I bought negative shares, and it costs me negative money. So I gain money for shorting. But then I lose the money back when I buy back the stocks? But so, like, if shares have negative cost, why can't I buy 1 billion of them? That's what I don't get. So I guess it is true that the way shorting seems to work in this game, I want to buy while the price is as high as possible. Increase my leverage when the price is high. Because buying those shares gives me the most money? Seems weird, but okay. Anyway, we made it to next week, I guess. I don't feel like my deck is in great shape. Red cards might trigger more. Okay, well, if I'm only shorting, I guess that's fine. So what is Falling Knight? They do re-triggers. I don't know. Price control? Oh, weren't these like especially good while the price was really low? There were a bunch of these things. They were like, if the price is below $10, then blah. I think that's true. New friend offers me white powder. Okay, well, I have more sleeping pills than I need. I did hit sell there, right? Not use? I hope so. Yeah, okay, so this cares about the price being over 100, which I am not going to have. This reduces the price by $1, which is... But it can't set it under 10, so it just doesn't do anything right now. Oh man, none of this is anything. So, I don't know, am I supposed to start figuring out how to make the price go up at this point? I've certainly tanked the stock. But I've kind of invested a lot in taking all of the green cards out of my deck. I mean... Opportunist would be pretty powerful upswingy, right? These days? If I'm trying to go up, the controller is actually a red card that doesn't hurt me at all. Okay, sure. Okay, so I have a stimulant. Delete the first 5 cards, huh? That would certainly help me get rid of some green cards. Doesn't seem like that's what I'm supposed to do, though. Bear 0 is not exactly high value. I mean, I've got a bear combo right here, right? Don't I just like short today? I mean, like, you get 5 tokens for trading, right? So you should try to set up days where you can trade if possible. But I don't see how I'm doing that here. I mean, let's... okay. Pitch a bear statue. Oh my god, but all of my stuff... I don't have any green cards to draw. Oh my god. Alright. I mean... but this limit order is not good for me? Alright, I don't know what's happening. I don't think it's good. Oh man, this was a horrible day. I really think I messed everything up here. Yeah, I made a tiny amount of money. Just 1 or 2 small moves would have helped that a decent amount. But the problem was most of my cards just don't do anything. Okay, take more opportunists. Let's start working on trying to plus things, I guess. Yeah, these are good cards to destroy, I suppose. Except the bear trap would actually be kind of decent. Let's just take us to white powder. Get rid of a bunch of red cards. Ooh, my nose hurts. Haha. These cards are not great, but they're not bad, right? What is that perk here showing me? I don't know what that is a picture of. It's like an oil drum and a teardrop or something, but I don't see that in my list of perks. Oh, it's this. Red cards might trigger again. Right. That's a good reason to not be trying to make money this week, huh? But I still think it's not actually all that bad here this week. Yeah, well, what can you do? I think we can actually go up today. Yeah, not bad. Not great, but not bad. Delete pharma cards and gain pills for doing so? Okay. It's too bad it doesn't affect the price. I don't think I can afford a perk right now. What do I used to have a card that cared about being full on pills, but it blew itself up, right? So I don't have to, like... oh, no, there's this. Okay. There's only one. So I can spend my pills if I want to. Oh my god. It's very negative today, huh? Perm triggers the leftmost card. So I think I could do that to noise eventually, right? Put that on the far left and then make it really big. Limit order at the end doesn't really matter. It's not something I urgently have to delete like it would be if it were at the front. So I think I just want to pitch this first and see what I redraw. That's whatever. It's not good, but it's not bad. This wants to be at the end. This doesn't really want to be anywhere. Okay. Now a couple moves. I get this online, and I can have a bear combo going if I delete this bowl. I should delete the bowl first. Now I kind of have to move it instead, huh? Here? Okay. Oh, I was supposed to take these pills! Can I still take them? No. Oh, man. Okay, well, one of these days, we'll get a good stimulant. So this is a way to keep the stock price attainable, which is not a need I currently have. Cub still seems pretty weak, but... Price goes up per pill, huh? Boy, these Pharma Bros are not my favorite. Yeah, and indeed I could not have afforded to buy a perk last week. I needed it all for my token manipulation stuff. Oh my god, it's so red. Okay. Well. So minus $1, that's like 30%? It's kind of crazy. So I want to put this in front. And make a bear combo? Yeah, but I don't want to modify this. Okay, yeah, these two are just not very good bears. So I won't be adding any more bears to my deck, but I'll be making the bears I have better on average. Okay. And then let's take the stimulant. This is going to trigger 3 times. Oh, it can't, it doesn't, it's, oh. I was thinking it can't set it under $1, but it's under $10. This doesn't do anything. God, I'm bad at this game. All right, short me, baby. Great. Really glad I spent my pills on that. A bear trap? Well, there went some of my cool bears. Did I lose the bear 7? I think I did. I have a bear 8. But I don't have a 7, which I think I had before. Double leverage, then shuffle everything. I don't really know what it means to shuffle things in the middle of a day. I guess like a card could re-trigger if it were on the left of this, then after the shuffle it were on the right? Maybe? I assume so. If all of my cards are red, this is probably fine. I don't know. Well, there's my double leverage, huh? If I just delete a couple of positive things... Okay. This doesn't do anything, so I should swap it with a bear. And we're looking alright? Oh, right, but nah, swapping didn't matter because... Oh my god. I mean, I made it. I feel like I'm not... My token economy has been really bad compared to last game. Because I've not been benefiting from the, like, +10 you get for skipping. And I haven't even been using the +5 I would get for doing a normal trade. And I'm not getting the combo tokens I got for the last guy. So I feel like I'm just sort of barely limping along. Cards queued in the first half have no effect. In the back, they will trigger again. Okay. These pharma cards suck. The thing is, everything else also sucks. The first 4 slots don't even do anything, so this is always a blank. Oh, jeez. Give me a perk. Better be a good one. Okay. Fine. Doesn't really do anything. Okay. I have 3 sleeping pills, which all, like, kind of just don't do anything. They buff Pandemic, though! This is actually a pretty nice final 4 cards. It's a shame none of these do anything, but... Okay! Tripled my money. And got some tokens for a change. I mean, there's still like 5 weeks left, counting this one. We're not even halfway through the game, so I can't just like commit to all green or whatever, but I feel like I should be leaning more in that direction than I have been for now. This doesn't do anything this week because the first 3 slots don't do anything. Eat up some bears, I guess. I could get a couple green cards in here, right? It's not horrible to do that. I think that's just an okay day. I get extra leverage, price goes up a little, I get some tokens. Yeah. So maybe things aren't as dire as they seemed last week. I feel like I can afford a token or a perk. Huh. I think I might actually be on persistent this game. Just get me a token refund and maybe you can start generating tokens daily if I'm a little more frugal, because like this doesn't do anything right now. It could if the first green card were like the 5th card. And in the future it could do things. But I don't know. I'll see how this goes. Okay, I think today we will have to short. Not much else to do. You don't do anything. You are fine. You I can't get much out of. I get you at most like a -6. It's actually, weirdly enough, there's no way for me to like put, I want to send this off to the left and bring a bear card in here, but that doesn't work because it breaks up the bear combo. So I think I'm just better off having this card be a blank and having bear 8 part of a combo. I guess I could trade these two and then trade this one for another bear. Costs me 3 tokens. I don't think I will. Still 2 days to play with this week. This one's good. Keeping the price nice and low, so that should work. How am I doing in terms of like card types? Do I have a lot of investors? I have a decent number now. Sure. All these sleeping pills that don't do anything. Great work. Looks like a pretty good buy day. I could swap these two, it would make a bit more money, but I don't need the money. I just want to keep the tokens. I forget, do you actually get any kind of reward for Overshooting your target? I think you do. If you don't, I should not have any buy days, really. Oh, but I should. I just should try to arrange for... I don't care if I win or lose money on them, right? I just want the 5 tokens. Oh, Surfer looks pretty... Oh, no, over 100. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Okay, let's get some more perks. Huh, interesting. Ew. I think just, like, let's get some token economy going. It's still sort of early. I guess we aim for a minus day. That guy does look terrified, doesn't he? Good art. So this could be as much as -6. Yeah, that's better than the bear. We're finally in the penny stocks market. Oh, those are new noises. Boo, boo. I don't know if that was for the stock being very low or for using the closing sale thing successfully. Yes, overachievement bonus. There is one. So, good. That gave me 41 tokens. Okay, so there is a reason to overshoot your target. Good, 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 good. Okay, what do we have here? More cursed perks, if you say so. Deck thickening and money duplication. Yeah, it doesn't seem exciting. Oh, or I could bring balls back, huh? Well, let's play around. Well, actually, I mean... Wow, I bought a lot of greedy, huh? And opportunists, my goodness. Let's play around with apes. Yeah, I mean, ice is obviously way better than a sleeping pill. This currently doesn't do anything. Alright, so what is this? An uncommon monkey, the clone. If the left card is a monkey, turn into it and then trigger again. So that you actually do the thing it does. Monkey see, monkey do. Sure. So this would be, we saw this before. This is great for keeping prices under $100, but that's not a problem I have right now. It's still -5%. It's a decent amount of red. An uncommon monkey. -10. All queued cards get better. And the more monkeys you have, the more they get better by. This is a huge minus, right? Like -10% and also a big buff on things, right? So very good for shorting, I guess. This is very good for going up. Okay, let's try to get a mix of these. Don't need more sleeping pills. Yeah, give me a perk. Joker, it's a rare. If there are 3 identical cards in a row, delete the first 2 and give a permanent trigger to the third. Okay, that's interesting. Sure. I mean, Lucky's nice. But this is especially with ape cards, we might be able to actually trigger this since they love copying each other, right? I could buy another, but it's cursed and also I can't afford it. Okay, we have the full 8 cards again. I guess this was a sleeping pill, huh? What's the new pill I got? Oh yeah, like double the effect of every card. What do we want to do today? Like, Pandemic it's cool, I guess. Bull and Greedy could up things a bit. The controller doesn't do anything. The Cub doesn't do very much. The Bear Trap doesn't do anything. This does none. Okay, so I don't like have any. I have 5 red cards, but none of them actually reduce the price by any significant amount. So we should be trying to go up today. Okay. Let's cut this. Great. Let's cut this. I mean, it doesn't do anything. Maybe I should cut it last? Or this one might be actually harmful? Okay. Could try to bear trap these Cubs. Doesn't seem like a great idea. Cubs are sort of weak. Right? Yeah, let's do that actually. Because I only have 8 slots these days. And then just put this in back so it triggers again. Why is short quivering? Has it always been doing that? I don't want it to. At any rate, I don't want a short. Yeah, this is enough for today, I think. Good. Yeah. Does not seem that exciting. An unpredictable minus amount. Mating season. Add a copy of any adjacent monkeys into your deck. And also a small plus. Champ! Oh, that's right. We have like chimps and champs, right? Is this chimp? It is. Double leverage is still pretty powerful, I think. Shuffle all is scary, but if you can arrange a totally green or totally red day, then like that's not a downside. Obviously, it's unlikely you'd have it completely one way or the other, but if you could have it even just mostly, it's still pretty good. And these don't seem like anything. So, I guess... Okay. These controllers, right? The idea is you can use them to keep the price near 10. Right? Because, like, when the price is around 10, percentage increases won't increase it by that much. And so you can, like... This fixed reduced by a whole dollar, that's like minus 10% in that neighborhood, right? But I guess it's never more than minus 10%, so it's not like amazing. I already have a couple, don't I? Yeah, one of them triggers 3 times, although it doesn't do anything. Yeah, so I think I might just be, let's see, 1 to 8. So that should average 4.5, whereas this is 5. And I have more investor combos. 2 cocktails. Fill all pill slots with random pills. Well, I don't need all these sleeping pills. Wait, but I'd just be spending 4 tokens to get... Okay, this may have been foolish. Yeah, okay, I just sold it for fun. No reason. That's nice, it actually works today. Let's sell a couple of these bears or something. Not sell, discard. Try to get these guys in the end. Do I want to discard anything else before I move stuff? It would be nice to get another investor card, wouldn't it? So I could have a combo of these. So let's try this. It's a bowl. Okay, I give up. I'm not going to get an investor combo. So this wants to be early. Actually, maybe I just don't want it. It's so expensive. Okay, I get my investor combo after all. Then one more swap to get this guy into the retrigger zone, probably. Well, this is the real retrigger zone. I think I just don't want to waste more tokens on this. Fine. So it's a monkey that it's easy to get rid of. Okay. Still, I mean, I get 10% is a lot. Okay, sure. I could just afford this, but... Ooh, these days with Bear 8 are pretty hard to have a positive day when you have a Bear 8. I mean, it's fine, I could go negative, but I also have some pretty good positive cards. So maybe we just pitch the Bear 8. But I want to keep these guys... Oh, the order doesn't matter because of double leverage. Alright. I guess it's just fine to trade on. Yeah, so we're doubling every day. Over 5 days, that would get us to 32,000. So we're not like outpacing by a lot, but we're on track. Roughly doubling. Just more fearfuls and more opportunists, I guess. And more perks. Yeah. More combos, please. Especially if I'm gonna keep shuffling everything. Just pitch a couple minuses. Knock it off. Yeah! Okay, we're putting this in front. I can't afford it! I'm broke! I used all my tokens! This is what today is gonna be, huh? Well, it still seems like a pretty reasonable up day. Okay. Okay, I don't understand what all happened there. But oh, this triggered twice, so it shuffled. I lost all my money! I'm broke! Game over! I'm not quite sure what happened on that last day. I mean, yes, I ran out of tokens and I couldn't rig the market anymore. Should have paid attention to that. I'm not sure how I lost all of my money, though. Okay. Like, yeah, the double leverage, I mean, I guess I was quadruple leveraged. That's one problem. And then I guess what came after that must have been some minus cards, but I thought they were plus cards. I don't know. Well, exciting. Good. I'm glad I lost a game. It's no fun if you always win. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.